So, good morning, good evening to all of you. Um, this is the second season of the VIPASSANA meditation batch. So, what we are teaching is VIPASSANA meditation. VIPASSANA, the sense that meaning, that word meaning is looking or seeing things in a different way, in a detached way. We normally see things around us and we interpret things in a certain way. We understand it in a certain way. But Vipassana is totally different. When you look inside our mind and body, you see things in a different way. So that is the way. That is why it is called Vipassana. Vipassana means Pasana is called seeing. Vipassana means it is seeing in a different way, special way. The main of this Vipassana is a normal, common term for AshtangaMargga practice. AshtangaMargga is the real name, the proper name which Buddha said, and Vipassana is a colloquial name or a common name. So both are not different. But Vipassana is that last part of AshtangaMargga. So the initial part of AshtangaMargga is Shila. Shila means the morality, preparation of morality. Then mind focus and mind control. That is the second part. That is called Samadhi. And the third part is called prajna or pajna. Pajna or means the insight. The whole AshtangaMargga is divided into 8 steps. That means somebody who is starting from a very common man, without any knowledge about what is his mind and what is his body, is just a common ignorant man. He has a lot of tension, stress, suffering, everything is there. And he goes through these 8 steps. Gradually, he goes through 8 steps. And once he completes that 8 steps, then he will become a fully enlightened person. So this is the way Buddha has formulated those 8 steps. So right from a very ignorant common man to a highly knowledgeable, insightful Arahat. So the whole journey, that whole journey is to be done in 8 steps. Out of that 8 steps, the first 3 steps are called combined together and we call it as Shila or the morality. The 4th, 5th and the 6th, means the second three steps, that is called Samadhi, and the last 2 in the 7th and 8th, that is called Pragya or Panya or insight or the wisdom part. So Shila, Samadhi, Pragya. So what are the things inside Shila? Inside Shila means it's as per the AshtangaMargga, it's called the right speech, right action, and right livelihood. അത് പാലിയിൽ സമ്മ വാച Samma kammando means right action, and right livelihood is called Samma Ajivo. But Samma Vaja, Samma Kammando, Samma Ajivo. The moonu club pannittu, they have all clubbed together and made it into one group called Shila. The second part is for Samadhi. That consists of 3 steps again. Samma Viriyo, means right effort. Samma parisramam, shramam. In Malayalam we call Sheriyaya Parisramam. The next one is Samma Sati, Sheriyaya Shraddha, Sheriyaya attention, Sheriyaya awareness. Then the sixth one is called Samma Samadhi, right concentration. Appo Samma Viriyo, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, ഇത് മൂന്നും കൂടെ club பண்ணிட்டு it is combined to form a single thing called Samadhi, the group of Samadhi. Appo Shila, Samadhi, and then last comes the wisdom or the prajna or the panya is in Pali, pragya is in Tamil, in Sanskrit, wisdom it is in English. So the same thing. So last two things, Samadhi means right vision, right insight, right understanding. That is Samadhi. Then Sammasangappa means the right thought or the right determination or right resolve. Malayalam Drida Nishchayam. Adana last. But those 8 steps, all these 8 steps are connected together one after another. So you have to go through all these steps one by one and gradually you have to come to that final stage. It is not that these steps are written in random. No, it is having a proper order. It has to start from Shila, right speech, then right action, then right livelihood, then right effort, then right awareness, then right concentration, then right insight, and then right determination. This is the 8 steps. Once you complete these 8 steps, one person becomes a perfect man. So why he is doing all these things? Why Buddha was going to do all these things, or why he formulated this eightfold path or AshtangaMargga? The real purpose behind this is every human being, anybody in this world, in the past or in future going to come, anybody, any human being is having a mind, and if the mind is there, there is suffering, or there is dukkha, or there is sorrows, or there is, in Malayalam we call aswasthada, swasthada allata, means which is not swasthya, which is not sukha, is called dukkha. Whatever, because your mind is not comfortable. Sometimes it may be very grief, very deep depression, it can be tension, it can be stress, it can be even excitement, and when the excitement is going, it is vanishing, then it is again going back to dissatisfaction, anything. So all these mental fluctuations, mind is not calm, mind can be always in a fluctuating condition, that is called suffering or dukkha. If the mind is calm and if it is tranquil, then it is called sukha. But if it is not tranquil, it is always fluctuating, it is called dukkha. So what is the cause of this dukkha? Because people always had a problem of this. My mind is not happy, my mind is not peaceful. If it is not peaceful, what is the cause of it? So normally, almost everyone, they think that, okay, the situations are not in my favor. Situations ende favor alla. Situations are going against me. Things are going against me. Good things are not happening to me. Bad things are happening to me. Why I am getting all these bad things in my life? Why people are behaving like this to me? Why children are behaving like this? Why my partner is behaving like this? Why my parents are behaving like this? Why the society is behaving like this? Oh, why I had one thing and it lost? Why things are happening like this to me? Why misfortune is coming to me? When will I get a good time? Always people are thinking like this. So people always think that if the situations are, favorable, then I'll be happy. This is the normal logic everyone is having. If things are happening comfortably or favorably, then I'll be happy. But you know that things are not always favorable. Sometimes things can go wrong. Sometimes things can be favorable. It can be good. But it is not going to be always like that. There is no guarantee that things will always be perfect and comfortable for you. There is no guarantee. If things are favorable, he will be happy. If things are not favorable, he is going to be in an unhappy mood. So how can I make the things favorable? How can I make situations favorable? This is his next question. Because somebody is always looking outside. His attention is towards outside. When somebody is speaking, his attention is to that. When something is happening, he is attending to that. When he is seeing, when he is hearing, when he is smelling, always his attention is outward. Because all our sense organs are open towards outside. All sense organs are always. Then the sixth sense organ, you can say that the thought. Thought also can recreate all these situations, and maybe he is in thought. So either he is outward or he is in thought. So this is how always his attention is focused outside. So that's why he thinks that, okay, if outside, if everything is favorable, I will be happy. And he is trying to make things favorable. How can I make things favorable to me? How can I make my surroundings? How can I make things? How can I make people? How can I make situations, everything favorable to me? So that I can be happy and peaceful. So this is his next attempt, how to make it favorable. Then he thinks that, okay, yeah, there are many things happening around me which are not in my control, which are not in any human's control. And he sees that there are, rain coming, storm coming, summer coming, winter coming, calamities coming, then diseases coming, many things which are not in his control. So he thinks that, okay, there is some other higher force behind all these things. That force is superior to me. I am very inferior. I die. So that is a force which is not dying at all. He is always there. That force is always there in this world. That force has created all this. So he is trying to find out somebody who can control the whole system. That way he is, making his own imaginations. There is a force, and that force is like this. So what happened is, every human being in all part of this whole globe, whole universe, whole world has created this kind of an imagination. Whether it is Latin America, whether it is Africa, whether it is India, whether it is China, whether it is any part of the world, everyone gone through this logic, and they started creating concept of God. What is the starting point? He is having insecurity. He is having tension inside. That was the starting point. So in order to calm himself, in order to make himself happy, he created this kind of concept called God. So every culture has created their own kind of God. Latin Americans made their own type of God. Africans made their own style of God. Indians made their own. So every part of the world, Americans, Europeans, everybody made their own styles of God with their culture and their features and their characteristics. Even the dressing of the God is also depending on their culture. So, but they all have this kind of a blind faith that there is somebody outside. Then what is next? How can I make this God pleasant? How can I please him so that he can give the blessings to me? How can I make him pleasant, or how can I make him happy? So he started then prayers, chantings, offerings, prarthanas, all these things. That means he just imagining that there is somebody is out there and who is listening to me and who is seeing my problems, and I am going to make him happy so that he will give the blessings. So they made a proper system of prayers, chantings, offerings, and they made some scriptures. Okay, these are the things to be told, to be chanted, to be read out loud, to be prayed. So they made a books called scripture books. Scriptures, everybody has made their own kind of scriptures, and there became some experts, specialists in all these things, how to do the prayers, how to do the chants, how to do the offerings, how to read the books, how to pray to the God. So that they became priests, and that group of people who are following one system became one religion. This is how all the religions started. And then after that they try to make their belief solid. They think that okay, the whole universe has been created by like this, God has created it like this, and that was the starting point. So they are making stories and stories and stories out of it. But Buddha's approach was totally different. Buddha was totally going in a totally different approach. If you are having feelings, if you are having emotions, if you are feeling tension, stress, everything inside, then you have to look inside, not outside. If you are having an equipment which has a problem, which has a fault inside, there's a complaint inside, where will you look? You won't look outside. You will be looking into that equipment. You will open the equipment and see what is there inside that. Similarly, if you are having a disease, if you are having a tension, if you are having a stress, if you are having an emotional problem, anything, you have to look inside first. It's a totally different approach. How to look inside? That is the next thing. How can I look inside? I don't have any microscope or anything which I can look inside. No. You have to look through your experience, what you are experiencing. Understand through those experiences. There is no microscope or there is nothing, no instrument to look inside like that. But with your experiences, you can have a understanding, a right understanding, a right insight. That is to be developed. How to look inside. So he formulated this eightfold path. Okay, to look inside, your mind should be calm. Your mind should be peaceful. Then only you can look inside. If your mind is always agitated and if it is wandering through many thoughts, you cannot look inside. So to make that calmness, or to make your mind first of all prepared for the looking process, you have to follow certain guidelines, moral guidelines in the beginning. Don't do things which can distract your attention first. That is the first thing. Means, suppose if you are preparing for an exam, you have a lot to study. Your mind should be focused. If your mind is not focused, you cannot study properly. You cannot memorize things. You cannot grasp anything out of it. So to make your mind, first of all, concentrated and tranquil and calm, you have to keep away all those distractions, which can cause distractions. That's why we call Sheela has to be started first. Morality has to be started first. If you do immoral things, and then if you stay sit for meditation, you cannot focus. So he made it into a broader sense, like right speech, right action, right livelihood. These are the normal physical things which you can control and avoid. Means whatever actions you are doing through your speech or body and your livelihood should be wholesome. It should be good. Suppose if you are having a very agitated mind, if you are having a lot of anger inside, or if you are having some grudge or revenge inside, you want to kill somebody, even if you are sitting for meditation, you won't be able to focus, because your mind will be always thinking of how can I finish that person, how can I kill that person, or how can I kill it always. So that means it is a very strong feeling inside, strong emotion inside, which will pull you from meditation. You won't be able to focus in meditation. Similarly, if you have stolen something, or if you have taken something which is not yours, you will be always having a fear inside that I'll be caught because I've done something wrong, I've stolen something. You won't be able to sit peacefully. Suppose for a small child, if he has stolen some pencil or a box or a pencil box or something from some other student, and then he is sitting in the class, his attention won't be in the class. He'll be always thinking of what if somebody finds it out, what if the teacher find it out, what if I am caught. So he'll be always agitated. Or if he has lied something, he told a lie to somebody, to the teacher or to the parents, that his progress report is having, he corrected it, he did a cheating, or he lied it, then he will be always having the fear that okay, one day I'll be caught, one day I'll get caught. So he will be always agitated. For elders, if somebody has done some illicit relationship, sexual misconduct with someone, and at home he is there sitting for meditation, in the daytime he has done some illegal or illicit relationship with somebody, some adultery, some sexual misconduct with some other lady or somebody's wife, or something which is not right, and if I tell him to sit for meditation in the evening, he won't be able to focus, because his mind will be always thinking of will somebody will tell it outside, or something will happen. Always he'll be in tension. Okay, forget that he has done, one person has done all these things properly. He didn't steal, he didn't kill, he didn't he didn't lie, he didn't do any sexual misconduct, but he has taken some liquor, or he has taken some drugs, and then sitting for meditation. He won't be able to focus, because even though he has not done any of the first four things, this fifth thing, taking intoxication, drugs or liquor, that will completely take his attention, because his mind will not focus anywhere. So that is these 5 things that is called Panchashila. Not to kill, not to steal, not to lie, not to do any sexual misconduct, and not to take any intoxicants. This is called 5 Shilas. That is the simple way Buddha said, that is what is the same as right speech, right action, livelihood. Those 3 were the broader terms, like right speech, right action, livelihood. That is a broader term. But to make it simple to people, he said, do 5 Shilas. And when you in the right livelihood, suppose you are, everybody needs to make money to live. And when people find their jobs, occupations, or businesses, those businesses, jobs, or occupations should not be in violation of Panchashila. I can make money, I can sell drugs, but that is against Shila. I can sell liquor, that's against Shila. I can do gambling, I can make casinos, Chudatam means gambling centers, and I can make money. That is against Shila. Because if I'm selling liquor, if I'm selling drugs, or if I'm doing all these things, or if I'm having some money chain or some fraud things from which I can get money from people, I can make a lot of fraud businesses, I can make money, but eventually it will either harm those people or harm me or harm my mental peace. This is not going to help anybody. If I am selling liquor, I can make money, but at the same time, many houses, many happy families will get problem. Many people will get suffering. So when you are taking an occupation, when you are doing any jobs, or when you are doing any business or anything, make sure that those livelihoods, samma ajivo, right livelihood, that should be right livelihood. It should not violate the 5 Shilas. So this is that moral part. Once this moral part is made ready, then then you can sit on to the meditation part. So our main idea is to look inside. How to look inside? Where is the starting point? How to start it? The starting point is, first of all, you have to, switch our attention towards us. Withdraw all the attention from external things, thoughts, and towards to the inside. How to start? Where to start? Because always my mind is wandering in things, wandering in thoughts, or looking outside, seeing this thing, hearing that thing. Always attention is outside. So how to withdraw all these from all these things, and how to make our attention towards us? Where to look? Where to focus? Because us means we are having a whole body. Where to look at? So the easy part is on the face, on the breath. If you are attending onto the toes or onto the stomach, it is a separate, you have to attend it separately. But on the face, on the nose, it is in front of your face itself. So even when you are talking to somebody, you can still having an attention onto the face, onto the breath. That is one advantage of focusing onto the breath. Second advantage of focusing on the breath is that it is happening right now, present. It's a present happening function of the body. So even if you are thinking about the past or thinking about the future, suddenly you can bring your mind to the presence by focusing onto the breath. So you can make the presence of mind means you are not absent-minded. You can make your mind present by just becoming aware of the breath. Third is, the breath is not going to give you any kind of emotion. It is a neutral thing. Breath, by becoming aware of the breath, you are not going to get angry. You are not going to get upset. You are not going to get any passion, any desire, nothing. No, breath is very neutral thing. Then again, another important function of the breath is, right from your birth to death, it is always with you. At any time, if you want to make your mind into the present, you can just become aware of the breath. And when you become aware of the breath, and it becomes, your breath and your mind becomes calm, sharp, and the breath is very soft, very slow, and your mind is away from all these thoughts and it is going to the subconscious, even then you can still get the breath. Even then you can still become aware of the breath. എவ்வளവ് സബ്കോൺഷ്യസിലേക്ക് പോയിരുന്നാലും you can still get that breath. So it is a quick, you can get it quickly at any time. You can depend on it any time. So that is a function of a breath. And again, when you are focusing only on a smaller area, your mind also will become sharp. Because if you are focusing on a broader area, your mind will become coarse and it will be gross. So here, when you are focusing on a small area, it will become sharp and mind become focused. So that is the first step towards that inward looking process. That's the first step. But when you are starting on the breath, there are going to be difficulties because you have never practiced it before. It's the first time you are going to practice. So what is your natural behavior of the mind? It is in thoughts or it is in somewhere. It is from this thought to that thought to this thing to that thing. Always it is wandering. It is just like a monkey jumping from one branch to another. It is called a monkey mind because it is jumping from different branches, from here to there, from there to here, like that. So when you start focusing on the breath, you can see that your mind is gone somewhere. Even when you started, at that time itself, your mind has gone to some thought, some distraction. Sometimes it likes on something. Sometimes it doesn't like something. So that this liking, disliking, distraction, all these things can happen when you try to focus on the breath. Another thing is, sometimes you will get sleepy. You can become drowsy. You can get bored. You can become doubtful. Why I am doing all these things? What I am going to get out of this? The breath is already there. Breath was always there. Whether I focus it or on it or not, it will be there. Why should I bother about it? All these things. So liking can come, dislikings can come, distractions can come, drowsiness can come, doubt can come. So these 5 things are the hindrances or the obstacles when you start focusing. Liking, disliking, distraction, drowsiness, doubt. These are called 5 nivaranas in Pali, or 5 obstructions or obstacles or hindrances. Tadasam, Malayalathil Tadasam. But again, you have to keep trying it. It is just like your mind is like a wild horse. It is a wild horse. You are bringing it from the forest and then you are taming it. It will take a little time. Slowly it will come to your terms. So when you are getting out of the focus and you're going to thoughts, don't get irritated. Never don't get irritated, because irritation means again you are agitating your mind. What you want is a calmness. So understand that that is a behavior of the mind. Yes, it was like that. It will come down. So you just bring it back to the focus. For that you need an effort. People can stop it halfway and people can go. They may go, oh, I can't do all these things. Should not be there. If you want to get something, you have to be dedicated and you have to seek for it. Then only you will get it. Nothing will come easily. But it will come, for sure. So just focus on it, maybe within a day, 2 days, 3 days, or if you're sitting for the whole day. But that is not possible. If you're going for a camp, it is possible. But in your daily life, you can sit for 1 hour, maybe within a week's time. If you are every day 1 hour, if you are practicing 1 or 2 hours, 1 hour in the morning or 1 hour in the evening, at the end of the week, you will have a perfect concentration. But you have to take that effort. That is called samma video. It is the fourth thing in the AshtangaMargga. Initially, the three things were samma vacha, samma kammanto, samma jiva, means right word, right speech, right action, right livelihood. Those 3 things are already over. Coming to the fourth one, that is samma video, means right effort, right shramam, parishramam. So that you have to you focus on it, and then slowly you will get the focus correct. And thereafter you start experiencing more details about your body. You think you can understand that, okay, when I am focusing on this, I'll get some other details, like my mind is going somewhere, my body is having some feelings coming on it, and then my mind is reacting to it. All these things will come. That is a later stage. First of all, you start with focusing on the breath. That is the first step. So that is called breathing for observation, or observing the incoming breath and outgoing breath. I'll tell you how to observe it, where to focus it. I'll tell you. Before this class, I'll just give you a small demo how to do that. The Pali name for this one is ANAPANASATI. Anan means it is the inhaling breath. Apanan means the breath going outside. Sati means awareness or the shraddha, attention or the focus. So you focus on the inward and outgoing breath. Anapanasati. It's called Anapanasati. That's the first thing. That exercise is for making your mind, withdraw from all these unwanted thoughts, unwanted attentions, bring it back to your body and focus it and make it calm. That is a preparation for further observation. We are going to observe in detail later on, but this is the first preparation to make the mind ready for it, make it calm and make it in control. So that is the first exercise we are going to take today. And where to focus, I'll just explain. So I'll just ring a bell, so you can just follow my guidances, and I will finish it in, say, 15 minutes. 15 or maybe 10 minutes or 12 minutes, I will guide you. So when the session ends, then also I'll ring a bell. So every one of you just start sitting straight with your back upright, erect. Don't slouch or don't lean on something because you can go sleepy. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉറക്കം വരാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. So sit straight. Slowly close your eyes. Make your shoulders and hands and body relaxed. And take some 2 or 3 deep breaths just to relax your lungs. Slow deep breaths 3 times. Now you bring your attention to the tip of the nose, tip of your nose, where the air is going in and coming out. You know, the breath is having a certain pattern. That is, when the breath is going inside, then it stops, then it comes out, then it again pauses, and then it is going inside, then it takes a pause, and then goes out, then a pause. So that is a cycle, breath cycle. You can think of, you can focus on that. How long is that pause? How long is the breath? How short is the breath? If you are seeing that, okay, if the breath is long, yes, understand that, okay, it is long now. If it is short, understand that it is short. Don't try to force your breath. This is not a breathing exercise. The only intention is just to focus on the pattern of the breath. Just focus on that. Just 1 or 2 minutes. I will give you the next instruction. Just to see the pattern of the breath. Just see with your experience. Keep the eye closed, but just look at through the experience that how it is going, how the breath is going, what is its pattern, just that. Your mind can wander into thoughts, bring it back. Okay, next is when your breath is going in and when its breath is coming out, the air touches and passes. It touches on the walls of the nostrils. When it is going inside, when it is coming outside, you can see that air is touching. Just experience the touching of the air when it goes inside and when it comes outside. Just on the touch. Next thing is, see, when the air is going inside, it will be a little cold air because it is coming from outside. It will be having the room temperature. But when the air comes out, it will be having a little more temperature. It is a little hot because it comes through our body. I mean, it goes into our lungs and then coming out through our body. So it will be having some temperature, higher temperature. So the ingoing breath will be colder. Outgoing breath will be little hotter, warmer. So just try to sense that difference in the temperature. Just just focus on the temperature difference. Then the last aspect of the breath is when the air coming and going, it can make a small sound, small noise. If you just listen to that sound of the breath, that is very less. But if you listen very carefully, you can even listen to that sound of breath coming and going. Only if your mind is so keen, so patient, so listening, then only you can hear that sound. Okay, after you hear that one, you come back to the touch of the breath. Touch means when it is going inside, when it is coming outside, it touches through the walls of the nostrils. So just come back to that touch. So after focusing on these four aspects, come back to the touch again and stay there. Your mind can go to different thoughts, bring it back. If you are going sleepy, get aware of that I am going sleepy. So bring it back to the breath again. So now we are basically doing the Anapanasati. Don't do any counting. Don't do 1, 2, 3, nothing. Don't do any chanting like inward, outward, inward, outward. No, don't do that. You put your whole attention onto the touch of the breath. Just become aware of the touch of the breath. On the tip of that nose. If your mind is having different thoughts or different emotions, it will all change the speed of the breath. It will all reflect on the breath. Whatever happens in the mind will reflect on the breath. So breath is a kind of a mirror of your mind. So this was just a demo. You can open your eyes. This was just a demo of how ANAPANASATI is to be done. I did it in a very short, quick way. You have to do this in around half an hour to 1 hour or 45 minutes minimum in the beginning. Keep doing this one. Just this, like first watch the 4 aspects: the pattern, the touch, the temperature, the sound. Watch on these 4 things in the beginning, around say 5 minutes each, and then come back to the touch and stay there for the next 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Because touch is what we need basically. The focus on the touch or the awareness about the touch, that sensation, that is what we need. And later on, we will expand the whole sensation to all of the body. We will start watching the whole thing over the whole of the body. That is later. So this is the starting point. But you have to do it in a very small, take more time and do it. I did it just to show you where to observe. So do that each thing 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes each, and then stay on the touch of the breath for the last 10 or 20 minutes. Practice this for the next 3, 5, 4, 5 days without fail. If you can do it 2 times a day, that's perfectly fine. After that, you will start experiencing some new things on your body. Your mind will become sharp. Your mind will become focused. And then you will start experiencing the whole vibration on the body. All the feelings become very, very clear to you. And that's a time when you have to observe 4 satipathanas that I'll explain in the next class. So this is that starting point. You go through the observation process and then you can expand your awareness. So that will be samma sati. So this is a starting point. This is, you have to take real effort, samma video. You do real effort and then start observing to this one. And I hope you got the steps clearly. Our all attention is, all purpose of the whole thing is to find out what is happening inside your body and mind. So this is just only the starting point. We are just entering through the door, and after once you enter it, you can see the whole thing inside. That I'll tell you and guide you in the next classes. Hope everything is clear. If you are having any doubts, post it into the InSight WhatsApp group. I will explain to your queries. I will answer to the queries, or if you are having something, note it down when you are doing it and bring it to the next class and I'll explain everything. Okay, so for all those who are in India, have a good night, and for those who are in Canada, have a good rest of the day. Thank you. I'll address the questions tomorrow. Thank you.